Dogonaut passage through the Sirius Gate. The silence in the preparation chamber was absolute, a vacuum waiting to be filled. Ra-Khet stood at the center of it, the hum of the ancient ship a vibration felt more in the bones than heard by the ears. For generations, his people, the Dogonaut Order, had prepared for this. They had mapped the star Sirius from the deserts of Earth, their ancestors speaking of the Nomo, and the dense, hidden knowledge of a companion star invisible to the naked eye. That theoretical companion, Sirius B, was no longer theory. It was his destination. The journey was not one of physical distance alone. The texts spoke of a gate, a fold in space-time that could not be breached by metal and engine thrust, but by consciousness. The ship was merely an anchor, a focusing lens. The true vessel was the pilot. As the countdown initiated its silent, internal sequence, Ra-Khet tilted his face upward. He did not need to see the vortex of light and impossible geometry swirling on the main viewer. His eyes closed, he turned his perception inward. The intricate patterns etched onto his skin began to warm. These were not tattoos of ink, but nano-circuitry woven with ancestral memory, each line a prayer, each spiral a star chart. The layered necklaces at his throat were not mere adornment, they were harmonic stabilizers, tuned to the specific frequency of Sirius's song. Around his head, the golden halo, a structure the engineers called a Psionic Resonance Amplifier, flickered to life. It was not a solid object, but a field of light, weaving the fine golden lines of his own neural energy into a stable, celestial map. The gold splatters that seemed to float around him were not paint, but visual representations of data streams, the raw, untranslated language of the cosmos flowing into him and through him. He was the key. The ship shuddered as it approached the threshold. Alarms would have blared had they been configured for a purely mechanical journey. But here, the only alarm was a spike in Ra-Khet's biometrics, a flare of existential fear that he acknowledged and then released with a single, calming breath. He did not push against the gate. He did not command it. Instead, he remembered. He remembered the stories his grandfather told under the desert stars. He remembered the feel of the sand, the taste of the well water, the rhythm of the drums that beat in time with a human heart. He gathered every sensation, every emotion, every memory of what it meant to be a child of Earth, and he offered it up. It was his passport, his identity, the unique signature the gate required to recognize a traveler worthy of passage. The light beyond his closed eyelids became blinding, yet it did not burn. It was a cool, cleansing fire. The ship's vibrations ceased, replaced by a profound stillness, as if the universe itself were holding its breath. And then, a sound. A single, pure note that was both a greeting and a welcome. The golden halo around his head flared one last time, its delicate lines burning with the intensity of a newborn star. The gate had accepted his offering. The passage was open. Ra-Khet, the Dogonaut, did not move. But his consciousness, his very soul, slipped the bonds of the anchor ship and began its voyage along the star lane. A radiant spark of human spirit passing through the Sirius Gate, not as an invader, but as a long-lost child coming home.